Torch it all, watch it burn, tear it down, they'll never learn, amounting to nothing. I can't be forgotten. Shout the words, I won't be nothing, nothing, nothing at Start again, all alone. There's no end that I know. Don't shed a tear. There's nothing to fear. It's not living if you don't lose at all. Take a drink, cannot sleep, toss and turn endlessly. Torch it all, watch it burn, tear it down, we'll never learn, amounting to nothing. I can't be forgotten. Shout the words, I won't be nothing, nothing, nothing at all.
everybody, and welcome to this very special stream. This is the finals stage of the Calling All Heroes Challenger Cup, quarterfinals of that stage. MFG here, joined by Fifi to take you guys through it. Fifi, how are you feeling about this match?
I am very excited. It should be a good one. I've been very excited for Calling All Heroes to come back. It's a very exciting event, and it's always so inspiring to see people like myself being given that stage, and it's really cool to be here promoting that too.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more. We always love sharing the Overwatch spotlight with all of our marginalized genders within the esports community. It's such a powerful tool to pave the way towards a more inclusive esports environment. And we're going to do that today with two matches on today's stream. Our first one, we've got Altiora Artemis facing off against Kaiju Corp. And then also later tonight, we've got another great match. We've got Shiki x Defiant going up against Dart Monkeys. That one's sure to be interesting too.
Yeah, I think both should be fun matches. I think that one's a little closer by seeding, but this one should be a good one too. Both really good teams, as I think we can take a look at their rosters. Altiora Artemis, in the first stage of the first qualifier, they blazed through the bracket. I don't even think they dropped a map the whole time, and Kaiju Corp made it in at tied for third and fourth in the second one, so neither team even had a chance to play each other yet, so this one should be really fun.
Definitely so. And Altiora Artemis, the members of this team, all of whom are very stacked and well accomplished within the Overwatch world. We've got multiple people who have placed first in the Overwatch Women's Empowerment Cup. We've even got Open Division top contenders as well. Really nice standings for this team. And now, if we want to shift over to Kaiju Corp, they also have some team members with some accomplishments as well, including qualifying for this very tournament, as well as more interesting titles such as Top 100 Lucio Ball player. So we can go ahead and look at who Kaiju Corp is going to be running coming into this match in terms of their starters.
Yeah, also, of course, a very important Azu there in the middle on tank for Kaiju Corp did win BPL Season 2, so I think that's got to be the most important accomplishment of any of these on either team.
Oh, definitely. Maybe it'll set Kaiju Corp to take this match, but we're going to see if they can do it on Ilios, which is going to be our first map of the quarterfinal. Fifi, it sounds like you've been following these two teams previously in the Calling All Heroes Cup, so coming into Ilios, what do you expect to see from them?
I mean, I think unfortunately the meta on the previous patch, which I believe this is still being played on, is kind of stagnated. Just mostly going to be seeing that Monkey, Sojourn, Reaper, Kiri Lucio comp. Maybe we'll get some Hog or some Tracer at some point, but probably just going to be sticking pretty firmly on that one Winston composition.
That is definitely a very fair assumption to make, because even if it is on the previous patch, there's still a lot of anticipation for wanting to get onto the track of learning the new meta as much as possible, even if it means, quote unquote, preemptively playing what is to be expected. So waiting on teams to get into the lobby to head towards Ilios. But this is sure to be fun because, like we've just been saying, all of these players, regardless of team, are just stacked and ready to go.
Yeah, it should be really fun. And on your point of preemptively playing the meta, I mean, it would be very funny to see some Doomfist, because if this is still on the old patch, right? Doomfist was not very good, so maybe a little troll, but I think it would be incredibly funny if one of these teams ran that.
We do a little trolling here,
a little bit.
Heroes. Trolling, but if we want to, I guess, examine the bracket one more time to see the whole general scope of this tournament, like we said, this is the quarterfinals of the quote final stage of the Challengers Cup. We see our two matches on our B stream going right now, and the winners of those will advance to the semis, whereas the losers will not be kicked out just yet, because this is a double elimination match.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously you would love to win here, because then you have a much quicker and safer path to the finals. But if you do lose now, it's not done. You still have the lower bracket that you can go through. So this match is important, but, like, it's not the end of the world if you lose.
Exactly so. So it's going to be important to preserve your mental in those situations, because you just got keep your head up high, because in BPL we've seen numerous teams have a stellar lower bracket run and make it all the way to grands, and for some people even win. So it'll definitely be fun no matter what happens if you look at the lower or the upper bracket. But like you mentioned, Fifi, you do want to aim for that cleaner coast into the finals. So both these teams going to be fighting hard out the gate.
Yeah, and not only are you safer in the upper bracket because you always have that fallback to the lower bracket, but I think you also just have to play less games. I think it's like 1 or 2 more games if you go to the lower bracket, which is just then more mentally taxing too. So
that is a really nice point, because no matter how well you guys are cohesive as a team, just playing so many games at once, potentially on consecutive days, it could be a little bit tiring. And just so you all know, we're just sorting out some last minute lobby stuff, so we won't hopefully yap for too much longer, but hey, there's always more to talk about for the Challengers Cup.
Yep. I must say,
including predictions.
Oh,
Fifi, who do you have for this match, and scoreline included?
Oh, scoreline included? I mean, I feel like the safest option is just to go with Artemis 3-0, because, I mean, they destroyed in the first qualifiers. As I said, did not drop a map, so I think you have to go with Artemis, but, I mean, Kaiju Corp definitely do have a shot, and they could definitely really make this an interesting match.
I think that I'm going to go for them, because if you know me, I am in love with the underdog situation. I think that Azu, I'm an Azu believer, real BPL Azu, but in all seriousness, I feel like the rest of this team as well definitely has what it takes to really upset here, because this is, I mean, they qualified here and they're in the next stage of the cup, so they clearly have what it takes to be here and be in this standing. So I'm going to root here for Kaiju Corp.
That is entirely fair, and I do think they could do it. Definitely the underdogs, as you were saying. And let's hope your pick was not just out of spite, but actually because Kaiju Corp will make this an interesting match, because it's always more fun when we get the close ones, and maybe we'll have to stay here a little longer, but I would definitely enjoy a map 5.
Definitely. I'm all for staying here as long as I need, even if we have to do a, I don't know, crazy map 7. But before we get into this match, we're going to take a quick break just to make sure everyone is up and ready to go.
Take a walk to find my soul. I've lost who I am. Gotta find my way home. The light grows dark, and I feel so cold. Start the fire and lead me back home. Take a drink, cannot sleep. Toss and turn endlessly. Torch it all, watch it burn. Tear it down, they'll never learn. Amounting to nothing. I can't be forgotten. Shout the words, I won't be nothing, nothing, nothing at all. watch it burn. Tear it down, we'll never learn. Amounting to nothing. I can't be forgotten. Shout the words, I won't be nothing, nothing, nothing at Pointing on the table, plan is drawn. Found truth in the line. The meaning is something I'll swallow my pride. Helplessly hoping, instantly coping, shouting in silence, mindlessly thinking of nothing, nothing, nothing. It's Monday morning and I can't get a hold of you. Same old feeling from another point of view. Good days don't seem to last. Never even got the chance. I'm sorry, I never even told you. I cannot find words to tell you. Wondering what it takes to break this curse. Just when I believed it couldn't get much worse. Good days don't seem to last. Never even got the chance. I'm sorry, I never even told you. I cannot find words to tell you. Now it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. I'm sorry, I never even told you. I cannot find words to tell you.
Alrighty, at long last, we are finally ready to go. For those of you just tuning in, this is the finals stage of the quarterfinals of the Calling All Heroes Challengers Cup. I am MFG, joined by Fifi to take you through it.
Yeah, that was a mouthful. We're in the final stage, and it's the quarterfinals of that. It's a lot to wrap your head around. But anyways, we have Altiora Artemis going against Kaiju Corp, and our first map's going to be Ilios here in a moment. Should be a good one.
I'm super excited because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really seen Ilios be played all too much, so
Yeah.
that makes me all the more incentivized to see what these two teams could roll out compositional wise. I know Fifi, you mentioned a little bit how the patches might be a little different for this tournament, so that'll be another game changer in what these teams decide to run.
Yeah, so they'll probably still just be on the monkey stuff. Maybe we see some hog, as I was saying earlier. Maybe we see a little bit of trolling, maybe with like a Doom or Junker Queen or something. I don't know. These teams do not like to conform to what the casters say.
That is a fair point, but it'll be very interesting if we get to see that and we now have our complete map set. So after Ilios, we will be going to Hybrid and then to Escort, and then if necessary, we get to go on to Push and Control because this is going to be a 1-to-3 series.
Yeah, and something else of note about Ilios is because Altiora is the higher seed here, they did get to pick the first map, and then onwards from... Oh, it's a default thing. Never mind. I'm sorry. But anyways, the first map will be Ilios, and then from there, whoever loses gets the next map pick. So in theory, you're gonna have to at some point win on an opponent's map pick.
And that sometimes is a pretty hard thing to do, but I've actually seen a lot of people be able to take that to their advantage. So we'll have to see if the loser of Ilios is really able to make their momentum shift. But compositionally speaking, now we see both teams starting to pick out. We see a Widow Reaper on the side of Altiora as well as a Tracer Sojourn on the side of Kaiju. So not entirely confident in this is what they're going to be running. We see some swaps coming out right now, but mostly kind of a mirror.
Round 1. Capture the
Yeah.
objective.
As the Hog and Tracer versus the Reaper and Monkey, that will be the thing to look out for. Both teams rolling out here on this cage side on our first stage of Ilios. Well, it's Eevee looking up, has to commit the bubble, it gets popped. Hook finds nothing. Both teams just kind of pottering, and it's Bun. She gets a pick onto the Tracer. That is big, and that is Eevee's signal to go. Not able to find anything just yet, but will keep looking. Has the bubble for split right now. And will look to go onto the Sojourn. And Altiora, they get first cap.
That was a really nice engagement from Altiora because, as you mentioned, Bun, her ability to get that pick onto the Tracer is really going to save Altiora's backline when coming in because now you don't have that pesky Tracer to look back on, which allows for more cohesion when you get onto the point. And look at that! Starting off with another Tracer pick.
And Bun now with the rail. She's looking, she's behind. Azu solo. There will be a Suzu coming out, but they're going to have to be careful as the Reaper H-key chunks Azu down, and Kaiju Corp going to be sent reeling.
I really like how Altiora is really just going on the aggressive. Oh, Momo looks like she wants to take a dive, but quick reset though necessary here since I was saying Altiora, their aggressive pushes are really putting Kaiju Corp in a situation where they don't really know what to do in terms of breaking the defenses. Azu, they can get a really good hook here starting out, and that could be a game changer for this next push.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Momo, turn off angle, doesn't have a rail just yet. As an early Kitsune rush and Eevee goes in, they get a pick onto Ashen, and that's a good way to start out, and Bun finds another one. That Kitsune rush did wonders for Altiora with their early engage, and Azu probably going to get staggered here, but no, they will live as Eevee actually punished for going a little too aggro. Now Kaiju Corp, they have some purchase on the point, but have to be careful of Bun. She has that rail, so deadly. Goes wide for now, but will invest the overclock and finds Azu. Overstepped a little bit, and Bun takes that and gets the punish, and now it's last fight, and there's almost no one left for Kaiju Corp.
Altiora really
Oh.
cleaning things up, but maybe not.
Momo? Okay.
Buzzers?
She will go down after that crazy shot. And with that, Altiora, they take well.
I really enjoyed how Altiora took this map because, like I was saying, they were able to really go on the aggressive, but they were also able to pick out the right players at the right time. Like, we consistently saw, for example, how Bun, she was able to take out Zabi on the Tracer, and then also we saw HK, she was able to just burn down Azu where they couldn't get any game-changing hooks, because we know in this newer meta that we see in Overwatch 2, Hog can be such a powerful tool, but now we actually see both teams opting for the Winston.
Yeah, the Monkey Tracer wasn't really finding any merit there, so Kaiju Corps are now going to try their hand at the mirror here on Ruins.
And so far, the support line, we haven't really said too much, but I feel like for both sides, they've been doing really well at keeping this sustained. We see that Kiriko, Lucio, nothing new, but hey, you don't have to change things up if it works.
Yep, it's both teams posturing around the Mega as Azu goes so low. Will be kept up for now. H-Key. Wraith is forced, but she will be fine in the end. Oh, that's an early Suzu. Kaiju Corps might be able to go in off of this, as also Eevee was kind of low, but it's H-Key for first blood, takes down the opposing Reaper, and Azu will not be able to make it out. Altiora, they bide their time, they wait for the moment, and then they strike.
That was really nice because, like you said, there was a possibility there where Kaiju Corp could have punished Altiora. So I think if you are Kaiju Corp, you want to make sure you can get in on those initiatives fast and quick and match that aggression of Altiora, because even good teams like that can make mistakes, and it's important to capitalize on them for your benefit.
Yeah, it's very strange positioning here on top of the little ruins over there. Suzu's exchanged, and both teams gonna be just backing off for the moment. Is Bun. Oh, I don't know how Zabi's gone down, but Altiora, they've found a way, and Kaiju Corps just gonna have to back right off.
Luckily for Kaiju Corp, Macabre does have that Kitsune Rush available should they choose to pop it. That could really help Kaiju Corp match that aggression that I've been saying.
Yeah, as once again, Altiora loving this little spot up here on top of the ruins. H-Key has this Blossom. No Suzu. H-Key gonna let it rip. Finds 3 H-Key with the Blossom. Rips Kaiju Corps to pieces.
What a beautiful 4K there from H-Key. She really put the Beyblade spin on poor Kaiju, and now almost approaching last fight territory here. The Kitsune Rush was committed by Macabre, but luckily Ashen, she's getting close to a beat. Azu does have their Primal Rage to pop as well, and both DPS as well. So far, Altiora's been holding, but maybe this could be the turning point.
As Azu looking to go on Bun, she is half, but Eevee gets first blood onto the opposing Sojourn, and what? Zabi gets 2 with the Blossom! How has this happened? Oh no, Altiora, they've just let the Reaper get their foot in the door. Kaiju Corps, they're gonna get the first flip of this map.
And I'm gonna be honest, this was a really nice flip for Kaiju, because look at their economy. They have that Primal Rage and that Overclock still stored, so they have things to attack and defend with, whereas Altiora really only has Bun's Overclock.
Yeah, only that Overclock, but Bun is so accurate as Momo pops the Overclock, looking, not able to find anything just yet, but oh, gets so close. But Altiora, they're just gonna chill out, wait it out, and go back in. As here it is, Bun's Overclock now. Azu going to try and keep them back with the Primal. It's just a very extended fight right now. Not too much happening. Azu going kind of low. Gonna back off. Make sure to keep themselves alive here. And Zabi, finally something has been found. Little bit of a Reaper diff there for you, if you will. And with that Altiora, they're just gonna have to back off.
Kaiju now is kind of flipping the script here, almost a 180 turn, where they're looking pretty dominant now against Altiora. So far, they have been able to successfully hold for 2 fights, and now Macabre, they've worked up to another Kitsune Rush. In fact, it's going to be popped.
And as we see so much in this meta, Ult gets used, team just runs away. And I mean, what else can you do against that Kitsune Rush? But now it's Anion's turn. She has that Kitsune Rush for Altiora. It will get popped, and the Wraith going to have to be used, but now HK may have a chance with that Blossom. He comes out to stabilize Kaiju, but it's HK's time to go. The Reaper so low, Zabi goes down, and that might be it for Altiora. The Kiriko solo does fall, and just a few remnants left. Azu will find one pick, but it doesn't mean much, as Altiora, they get the cleanup, and they're gonna get Ilios.
Kind of like what you mentioned there, Fifi, with the timing. HK waited just to the fact that the beat was about to run out and then released the Blossom, which essentially gave it the timing where Kaiju Corp didn't flee just yet because they were like, well, we still have a bit of beat left, and now we see just a bit of staggers here. But so far, Altiora has looked really great on these engagements, like we've just been saying, how a lot of things are coming together, whether it's timing, whether it's ultimate usage, whether it's general positioning.
Yeah. And there it is. After some staggering onto the point from Kaiju, it was a nice try there at the end, but Altiora, they get the cleanup, and they get Ilios there to start it out. And Kaiju Core, they're going to get the next map pick. So, and they did look a lot better on Ruins than they did on Well, so some improvement there. Hopefully some of that will carry on to the next map, and maybe they'll be able to put up better effort, maybe even take the map.
I agree with you, where it really didn't look too on one-sided just because of the fact they were able to look so much better in the sense, like you said, that it was like I want to say 93 to 100, so not too far off.
Yeah, really, really close there at the end. One more fight goes Kaiju Core's way. Maybe we're looking at Lighthouse here, and maybe they have a chance of taking it, but just not how the cards ended up being played. So Altiora up here, and we'll have to see what Kaiju Core pick. What's the next map type? Is it Escort?
It is going to be hybrid.
Hybrid.
So we've got possibilities here. We can think about, not entirely sure the map pool for this tournament, but of course we've seen King's Row a lot. We've also seen Midtown be a pretty popular pick in Overwatch too. So what do you think that Kaiju's kind of aiming for based on their playstyle we witnessed on Ilios?
I'm sure they're gonna go for some whatever map they think can provide the best advantage for Hog, I don't know. They were able to get more done on the Winston, but it did seem like Azu preferred the Roadhog with them starting out on that pick. So, I don't know, they could just opt to go Kings or something and just take the mirror, just clean some stuff up, and if they're confident in themselves that they can win that, right? I mean, power to them. But they might just prefer to take something like maybe Midtown and go that Roadhog.
Well, it is actually going to be King's Row, so you successfully predicted the future, and just for reference, they picked that out of the possibilities of Eichenwald, King's Row, and Paraiso.
No Midtown at all.
Too mid to be in the pool.
Too mid. Unlike either of these beautiful teams right here. Anyway, so King's Row, we'll probably just see more of that Winston comp. Kaiju, they were very close in that second round on the mirror, so we'll have to see how this one plays out.
I definitely think that King's Row also has a lot of potential for diversity here. We've seen a lot of different strategies over the years, and even in Overwatch too, but the mirror is definitely the, quote, safer option. And also, it was Kaiju's map pick, but Altiora got to pick attack or defense, and they're going to be attacking first. So it's going to be Kaiju on the defense to start things off. And I think that being on the defense gives you a lot of opportunity to set the tempo, because obviously if you are able to hold to a place that is satisfiable for you, then on your attack, you can have that reassurance of a pretty good win condition.
Yeah, knowing where that golden box of victory is can really inform your strategies on the attack, and then maybe like let's say you full held or something, right? Then maybe you can even pull out a little bit of cheese, right? Because the enemies don't have time to go back to spawn and switch, right? So if they're on whatever the monkey comp, right, and you pull up with like a ball Pharah, like, I mean, it's not the ideal comp, right? But it can throw your opponents off. So we'll have to see if any funny things like that get played.
My favorite funny strategy to see on King's Row is that Symmetra Bastion comp on attack, where you teleport up to the statue and just rain down terror. But we
Yeah.
are currently getting some readies from the lobby, so we will see what kind of cheese, if any, will be played on King's Row. And if that full hold scenario, will they eliminate the prospect of that golden box of victory?
Yeah.
We will have to see. But just for reference, like we've been saying, King's Row is our second map, so regardless of who wins or loses, we will at least get to go to Escort next. So I'm very eager to see where we will end up. What country will the loser pick?
Indeed. But before any of that, we start in Britain on King's Row. And this is the chance for Kaiju Corp to even it up, right? Because, I mean, if they lose this, they're not out, but being down 2-0 is a mountain to climb back up. So this is really where you want to see them getting back into it. If they can even up the series here, that would be excellent for them. Altiora, they're going to be looking to put themselves up to match point.
We talked about it a little bit before, where we were saying that normally it's a little difficult to win the map when your opponent picked it. So this is definitely a great opportunity for Kaiju, and now we see that sort of, classic meta picks coming out all around. Macabre and Ashen sticking onto that Kiriko, Lucio, the little O support line there. But we see a Reaper, which is really nice because in Overwatch 2 now, in the newest meta, we don't really see all too much of the Reaper, so it's nice to see him coming back out.
Yeah, the Tracer with that 6 damage buff has taken hold on the new patch, but these players will not be playing on that. So the Reaper, for now, is still the preferred pick, his Bun.
Oh my goodness!
No!
Bun? Okay, what a way to start things off!
Yeah, and with that, I mean, Altiora, they're just going to be running for it, and Kaiju, they're going to have to back up and wait for that Lucio. I mean, that's a fast way to gain a lot of space. Just a nice shot from Bun. As Kaiju Corp, their Lucio's back, they're going to look to go back in as Eevee has engaged. Gets pretty low, but it will be H-Key falling. Both Reapers now traded out as the point almost entirely ticked up. Azu so low, and with that, Altiora, they get the cap. And what a way to start off, like, to set the tempo on King's Row.
Bun really being the woman of all heroes here. She got that beautiful pick on the Widow, and then during that last bit of the fight on the Sojourn, just cleaning up people left and right. So if you're Kaiju, that's definitely got a sting, but now at least you know what's happening, so you can better protect your sightlines here.
Indeed. As what is this? This is some Teru gameplay over here. So Anion on the Kiriko. Not able to find much. We'll just have to TP out. Kaiju Corp now looking to gauge. Ooh. Zabi gets really low, but will live for now, and that's the Kitsune rush from Macabre. Altiora just gonna have to back off, and ooh, Eevee goes down as they use their Kitsune rush, so maybe not gonna be able to find that value. They are able to get a trade, but the difference of the monkey could be big. As Kaiju Corp, they're getting low, they have to stabilize, and they will. Altiora just getting push on the cart for now. It's both teams. Their players are coming back. Azu takes the chance to go. Bun now with the overclock. Finds Azu, finds Momo. Oh my god. She is just killing everyone on Kaiju. Bun!
Oh my.
Wow!
Did she get the 5 hit?
Give her another one.
Oh, no,
Eevee! Eevee.
Bun is definitely having fun here, and just like I said on Ilios, Altiora is really good at practicing that aggression, and it's giving Kaiju such a hard time trying to stabilize. And you might just think, like, they've been playing the mirror, like, do you want to try to switch it up to catch Altiora off guard, or is this literally the best possible comp you can play?
As Momo goes so low, will go down. Nice primal there, an H-Key with the Blossom, cleaning it up. A nice clean fight, and now look at the time. Look how far they have to go. Altiora barely have any cart push left, and they have 5 minutes to do it.
That is one of the most healthiest time banks I have seen on King's Row in my casting career, so kudos to them. But Azu does have that primal rage, so they're able to knock away the members of Altiora coming up here, as well as give Zabi enough space to unleash her Death Blossom.
Yeah, Zabi going to be looking for it. The Suzu is well timed, but Anyun's so low. Zabi is too. No picks found yet, but Anyun gets the better of the Reaper. Macabre is able to unleash that Kitsune to try and stabilize. And with the beat and that pick, it will look like Kaiju are stabilizing, but yeah. And with that, Altiora, they have to back off.
It was better than never for Kaiju to start stabilizing now, because even though there's still 4 minutes and counting for Altiora to work with, this gives Kaiju an opportunity to try to get those picks that, for example, Bun's been getting to really start off the fight here. And Azu's still holding on to that primal, so a little bit of a safety net here for Kaiju as well.
Yes. Rush out for Altiora. Going to be looking to go in. That Reaper with the fast shotguns is so deadly, but Azu with the primal, able to stay up, forces out the Suzu. Oh my god! Gets the monkey, the Reaper, able to teleport back on, I believe, but I mean, that will do it. What a primal from Azu. Just single-handedly winning the fight.
Absolutely so, saving the day. They're knocking, it seemed to be 2 off of the map, but only getting credit for 1, but that's exactly how that ultimate needed to be used, where it just zoned off the payload, but also got the kills that helped Kaiju clean up the rest. And now if you're Altiora, Bun has that overclock, Vivi almost has a primal of their own, as well as a possible beat.
Yeah, Suzu forced early from both sides. Eevee just gonna have to get topped up. Then can go in with that primal, and Zabi over aggressive will just go down, and Bun with the overclock as well, putting in the work. And now it's dire straits here for Kaiju. They're gonna need someone to touch.
They're exactly so. Those fast characters needing to come out. Azu staying on the monkey, but not enough, especially with that beat being popped from Anna. But Altiora, they started with 5+ minutes and they ended it with about close to 2.5. So if you're Kaiju, it's not terrible here.
Yeah, and the theme for these maps so far seems to have been Altiora. They start out like in dominating fashion. On Ilios, they won the first round 100-0. And then Kaiju bring it back, right? So not entirely there. They win 2 fights, but so there's still a giant time bank to work against, but it's something you got to start clawing your way back in somehow.
And this could be really where it starts, because remember, this map pick was Kaiju's, so the fact that they even started to stabilize earlier than on Ilios tells me a lot of great things. And we see now that they're even adopting the strategy that Altiora did on their attack, with Momo wanting to start out on the Widowmaker. Maybe she can get another beautiful shot to let things go for Kaiju. But the thing is that even if that shot does happen, Kaiju's really going to have to get in there fast, because another thing, like I've been saying, that Altiora is good at is following up super quickly on any pick they get. So, like I said, if you're Kaiju, either that's going to be Azu leading in with a dive or Ashen leading in with the beat, but they have the tools. They just need the execution.
Yep. So I imagine Altiora will not be peeking this, as they saw what Bun could do. Yeah. Gonna err on the side of caution here. Momo gonna probably just switch over to the Sojourn. And it is so.
We're in this together. All of us.
It's honestly a really great sign of adaptability there from Altiora, because it's almost so predictable, like how it worked so well for them, they want to try it themselves. So, really nice response there.
Ooh, as Altiora, the Monkey and Reaper is so low, but it's Bun finding Zabi. And with the Reaper down, the damage just won't be there, and Kaiju just have to back up.
We keep seeing this repeated again and again, where Altiora is just able to hold on and send Kaiju back to the drawing board. And I mentioned this a little bit, but do they need to switch?
I mean, I don't know. Currently, the mirror not working in their favor. I mean, unless Momo hits a shot like that. But and with that, I mean, Altiora, they're gonna have to back up. But I mean, if the mirror keeps going this way, maybe on the next map we'll have to see Kaiju make more adaptations. But for now, they have the point, And they're going to look for this Kiriko. Will TP away. As Altiora, they're going to re-engage. And a nice pick from Macabre. He gets the pick onto H-Key. And with the damage gone, I mean, Altiora also gets really low. And Kaiju Core, they have first point, and they have 5 minutes to get second.
Honestly, this is really good for them because we were getting a little worried. Like I was saying, do they need to swap? But I think now they're starting to kind of find their footing, now being forced to back up onto that payload again. But I think so far they're okay for now, like you said, Fifi.
Indeed. As this fight, both Kiriko's probably going to have that rush, so it's up to who can use it first. But, I mean, H-Key already down. Bun, I mean, no one's peeking except Momo. Oh, a nice shot from Bun there, punishing the over-eagerness from Momo. But, I mean, Kaiju Core is not done. Bun is so low. Azu with the dive. And the Blossom from Zabi just able to chunk down Altiora. It doesn't find any final blows, but it gets the damage done. And Kaiju Core, they're going to keep pushing.
That was a really, really great fight for Kaiju to win because look at what they did to their ult economy. They have a defensive ult, they have an offensive ult, they have another one almost online. Whereas Altiora, they're close to a beat and they do have that primal, but I feel like Kaiju Corp now with their newfound aggression and point push, they get to control the tempo much easier than Altiora, so they almost have to play into Kaiju's hands and when they choose to attack.
Yes, Azu here. Gonna just jump away for the moment. Doesn't want to take too much poke. Does have that primal, so can go aggro, but not gonna over-aggress. Backs up for the moment as Momo has that rail. Going to be looking for it. Beat popped from both sides. So Altiora, they go in, but gonna just have to back right back out. And Momo now, it's time to go. But a nice dive from Eevee and H-Key. Momo goes down. And so does the rest of Kaiju Core. And Altiora, they're going to stabilize here towards the end of Streets.
I appreciated that coordination there on the dive, as you mentioned, where both H-Key and Eevee were able to take out the overclocking Sojourn, which is, even on the past patch and on this patch, is a pretty powerful ultimate in and of itself. But for Kaiju Corp, they still have a good amount of time to advance, especially since Macabre is close to their Kitsune Rush, which is really a great tool for aggressive dives.
Yeah, that Rush, one of the most powerful ults in the game, if not the most on this patch, is just kind of farming up for the moment. As Momo also farming that rail, and this is the time to go, but it doesn't go far enough, and Altiora, they're just able to kite it.
And that was really clean, too. Like, they just make sure that all this damage output is not affecting them, and now look at this engagement.
Yeah, and same thing, other side, just kite coming through, and Momo punishing H-Key. Nice rail. Suzu also been forced. Bun going to try and turn it back. Finds the opposing Reaper, but so low. Azu finding the pick. And Eevee also really low here. I mean, Momo's looking. Will choose to invest the primal. They think they can win this fight. And Anyan proving that they can. Finds the Lucio. But, and with Momo so low, Altiora, against the odds, they hang on once more. Minute 30 for Kaiju to do this.
A minute and a half going, and Kaiju once again forced to retreat. If they can get out without having any staggers, then there is never mind. There is.
HQ does not want to let them run. We'll invest that ult just for the stagger, which, I mean, maybe a little overzealous, to be honest.
That very well could be the case, because now look, Kaiju Corp has Zabi's ultimate, Momo's ultimate, Azu's, Macabre's, even close to Ashen. So maybe they really wanted to hold on to that Death Blossom a little bit longer now, because a minute and counting, you bet they're going to put out almost everything they have here.
Yeah, now eyes on Zabi, the Reaper that still has the Death Blossom H-Key really low. Kitsune Rush invested will be met with the beat, but once that beat's over, Zabi going to have their opportunity to go in. As the rush for... Oh! No, Zabi not going to get their opportunity. Will just go down, falls to H-Key. But Eevee maybe oversteps. Not going to be punished. It's actually Azu going down. And with this, 20 seconds left, MFG I don't even know if Kaiju can get a touch.
What a nice read there from HK. She was just able to take out her Reaper opponent so quickly, and now there is a slight possibility for a touch if Ashen or Azu can get a nice dive, especially since Azu does have that primal to work with. But will the ultimate execution push this payload over the edge?
Because Azu, they get the touch, but they're so low. Will find the pick, but traded back as battering this monkey into the corner, looking for the pick, but Primal going the other way as Eevee, they live for the moment, but Momo in the background has found 2 beautiful picks, but Bun thinks this is winnable, but they have to touch. Oh, they don't touch MFG.
It could have been winnable. I agree.
It could have been winnable.
That's a feels bad, man, for Altiora, especially since the kills are still coming in from them. But now you have to sit back and strategize a little bit, because now, even if you can put up another close hold, you can't ignore these fast spawns that Kaiju has now unlocked, especially since they have the opportunity to get ultimates and break through here into this layer area. But you know what? Maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah, and a reminder, I mean, Kaiju need to cap with any time left if they want any chance at not just drawing this map. I mean, they have to cap it all to not lose, but you know, if they want a chance to win this, they have 45 seconds, and picks like those staggers, those time burning picks, they make such a difference.
Difference maker is going to be all the more important here as this engagement comes in, because it's really down to the wire. Who is Kaiju going to look to eliminate first?
Yeah, as Kitsune's from both sides, nothing found yet, but Azu will get punished, and I mean, now 20 seconds left. And as I was saying, I mean, Kaiju, they're just going to have to play for the draw. I mean, if they can even get a touch, as also Zabi, she's going to be going down late. They're not going to have this Reaper if they can even get a touch.
There is a slim chance at a possibility here, because if the touch...
Okay! HK has had enough of KR. Finds 3. Celebratory beat on the card, and Altiora are up 2-0.
HK didn't even let me finish my analysis there. She was like, no, there is a 0% chance for Kaiju, but... Like you said, Fifi, this is an up 2-0 scenario, but we're not done yet. This is our first to 3 match, and Kaiju Corp has another opportunity to pick.
Yeah. Kaiju Corp, they're gonna have to make magic happen on this next one. Not really able to get it done on Ilios or KR. So, now all down to this one. But, I mean, as we were saying before the match, they'd really love to win this, and it would be incredible to see a reverse sweep. Let me be honest, but I mean, even if they don't win this, they go to the losers bracket, they go again, right? So it's not the end of the world, but you would still love to advance here.
You really would, and they get to try to gain this momentum back on an escort for Kaiju's pick, and they have the options of Circuit, Dorado, or Route 66. And personally, Dorado's not one I've seen very much, but hey, maybe we could get to that eventually, because thinking about how they've been playing, like, for example, payload-wise, Circuit is a pretty sniper-friendly map, whereas it looked like Altiora felt a lot more comfortable on that sniper role. So you might think about Dorado or Root, and I feel like Root could definitely go both ways in terms of long range and short range. Also, seeming a lot of room for Sky heroes like the Pharah or Echo, so depending on if Kaiju's comfortable with that, we could have that possibility as well. Yeah,
I mean, for Kaiju here, I think the pick I'd probably go with is Circuit, because I mean, I would be absolutely terrified to play against Altiora on any of these maps, right? Especially the Bun Widowmaker. I'm sure that's something that gives people nightmares, but I mean, at least you get to go that Sigma comp. It's something to change the pace around, right? And Momo on the other side, she's also an incredible sniper. So maybe you take your chance going something else, because the Monkey Mirror hasn't really been working out, and playing the Hog on that one round of Ilios also didn't really do too much. So maybe Circuit is the solution. As you were saying, you can also play some other stuff on Root, but it's not like the theoretical best comp, whereas the SIG stuff is on Circuit.
I think you have a great point there, Fifi, where we were saying that there needs to be a switch up potentially for Kaiju to keep things going, and I think a Sigma would be a really nice switch, because not only is Sigma a shield tank, but I feel like he's really good at also putting in a lot of damage and also stopping a lot of stuff from happening too, because hitting those accretions can be such a game changer. And we're actually going to root.
Okay. So, I mean, it's entirely possible that on route we just go back to the monkey mirror and just like forget about the discussion of the heroes or anything like that, right? And it's just the monkey mirror, and kaiju believe that they can just clean it up. But what I would like to see is I think they should still switch it up, and you can still run that Sigma, although it's a little easier on this map than on Circuit to get run down on it. But I mean, I think if you just keep taking this mirror, you're just kind of bashing your head against the wall.
That is really true, because it's hard because the mirror is so well known, because it's like, obviously you want to play the meta because that's what it stands for, the most efficient tactic available. But if the other team is besting you at that, then is it really meta for you? Because I feel like I've seen so many teams before where they've deviated slightly, if not entirely, from the meta, and they've been able to catch the other team off their footing. So going into root, call me crazy, but I've seen some Ashe be played on root before, along with the Widowmaker, so possibly we could see that from either Altiora or Kaiju.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Just, I want to see Kaiju try anything else, right? Regardless of what that is. I don't know. If Momo plays some Junkrat on the side, make something happen. I don't know. Because maybe it's not the best pick, but one thing it might have is the shock value, right? Like, I mean, Altiora probably have not scrimmed against a Junkrat, so maybe you pull that out, you can make some magic happen. Probably not, but maybe worth a shot to just try something else to catch them off guard.
Yeah, we've seen it in BPL, two beautiful Junkrat players. We had Phone and Hayden just doing textbook work, but so far we're not going to be able to see the rat just yet. But Altiora, they're attacking, so it's hard to tell, but I'm not entirely opposed to this double sniper.
I think this is just a little bit of trolling. It would be a little bizarre to play the like brawly dive-ish monkey Lucio Kiri, and then also play the Hanzo Widow that want to like take their time and get the picks, but I don't know. Maybe they run it. But Kaiju, they're gonna try and stick with their guns, staying on the monkey comp. Whoa. Okay.
Hey, yo. But Kaiju, look at this close hold that Kaiju wants to commit to. They're all packed into that train there.
His Bun, not going to be able to find it this time, but the Hanzo able to scout out the close hold. His Bun and HE swap back over, and Altiora are entirely ready for this close hold, but Kaiju could still make something happen.
It's going to be really interesting how Kaiju chooses to play this, because normally if you have a successful close hold, then you put yourself in a nice position because you shave off so much time for the attackers. But if something like this happens...
Yeah, I mean, Altiora looked like they were just going to get run over. They were so low, but then Bun taking out the main source of damage for Kaiju, and now just on the high ground free firing. I mean, someone has to stop her eventually, right? But not in this fight. It was not meant to be, as Kaiju Core get cleaned up, but the advantage of the close hold, even if you get kind of owned, you still get a fight, maybe even two if you're lucky.
You do get the fights, but now look, we see Altiora splitting up and going super, super aggressive now, meeting Kaiju essentially at the bridge. So that is one of the downsides of the close hold too, because like I was saying, if you don't shave off that time, then now those two fights you get are going to be a little bit harder to win, since now you have to face a newly aggressive opponent.
Yep, as Altiora back off. Kaiju Core given the space, but cart is still being pushed. Going to have to try and stop that eventually, but Macabre really close to that rush, just farming it for the moment. And that's probably going to have to be the go button for Kaiju, as there it is, they pop it. Altiora going to have to kite. As Momo looking, has the 100 charge. Can she find anything with it? Looking for it. Oh, just wide, as rush from the other side and the beat. They're looking to go. Eevee in on the, and the cart's still going. Do not forget about the Kaiju Corp, but Azu goes down. Oh, and that tank presence is so important, especially for keeping that cart contested. And with that, the floodgates are open. Altiora, they're gonna get first point.
I really liked how Altiora kind of forced Kaiju to split in that fight, because as we were looking based on the observance, we saw that there was a lot of members of Kaiju kind of in the back of the payload. There was mainly just Azu there at the front, which is why they went down so quickly. There was really no proper peel there. So now as Kaiju sets up once again, they have some win conditions if Momo can get these really nice shots on her railgun.
Yeah. As Azu just barely didn't get the primal in time last fight, but will have it this time. Goes on Bun, who is trying to find something with the overclock. Pops the primal. Will not go down today. And just gonna hunt Bun down. Bun, while getting juggled, still finds Momo. Just incredible stuff. And Kaiju Corp, they're gonna have to back up and hope they can get another fight.
And it's going to be a little interesting to see how Kaiju chooses to approach this next fight, because they definitely have the opportunity for a recontest here. We see almost all of them still alive, but they really only have that overclock to work with. I mean, there is a possibility for a Blossom and a Rush, but Altiora already really has that online.
Yeah, as HE letting it go, gets Ashen down, and Momo will follow. But Zabi thinks this is winnable, gets the pick. They will invest the Kitsune Rush, but Zabi so low, but it is not her that is falling. It is Ana on the other side, and a miraculous effort from Kaiju Corp, and they will hang on and keep it on the second point here.
2.5 minutes and counting. Altiora not in a position to panic just yet, especially since they have Anion's Kitsune Rush to help that advance, but if you're the side of Kaiju, you really got to be careful here, because you don't have anything to work with.
I mean, it doesn't even matter that the Kitsune Rush is out, because Bun just finds the pick on the Reaper, and that's just the fight. But I mean, I don't know. The cleanup here for Altiora, and I mean the one silver lining here for Kaiju Corp is at least Altiora invested that Kitsune Rush, so you're not gonna have to worry about that next fight.
That is entirely true, and we see also that Kaiju is a little closer more to their ults in this next fight. We see that Ashen is close to her beat, we see Azu close to their primal, and if you're Kaiju, I feel like, although it sounds stereotypical and I know it's hard to do, focusing Bun down is really what needs to happen, because she's just been getting so many picks and just diffing the team, and I just feel like the focus fire needs to be more solidified.
Yeah, as that overclock came out very close on some of those shots, but not able to find anything. Kaiju still hanging around as Eevee getting chunked close to that primal. Doesn't have it quite yet, as Kaiju Corp, they decide it's time to go Eevee so low. Zabi with that Kitsune Rush is gonna be finding the picks, invests the Blossom, finds the opposing Reaper, and it's all Zabi in the kill feed for the moment. Kaiju Corp, they take the fight and they stabilize at least for a moment.
Stabilization here is really going to be key, because I say this a lot, where statistically on payload maps, it's always that third area that allows the defense to get a lot more solidified, but at the same time, if you're an aggressive attack, it's not out of the question to initiate a snowball, which is exactly what Altiora wants to look for.
Yes, there's the rush. Kaiju Corp going to have to kite, but Momo has been found. The beat just too late, but HK getting chunked down, doesn't have it, but will invest the Blossom. 1, 2, gets a third. HK, these Blossoms have been on point from her, and with that, it's just Azu remaining. And Altiora just going to be rolling the payload in. 1:30 to their name here on Route 66.
That really was a nice clean Blossom, and HK's positioning there really helped too, because not only did she get those kills, but the Blossom was in that area where it was actually kind of hard for the rest of Kaiju to walk out from that side, just because they were going to get caught in the line of fire. So I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I feel like that definitely helped in allowing Altiora to take this payload all the way. So now as we go ahead and switch sides, Kaiju, again, this is their pick, and I'm not going to lie, the defense was not terrible. I mean, look, 1.5 minutes, that's not anything to scoff at. So hopefully they can get more time on this attack.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hope, but I mean, if you're Kaiju Core, you're happy with anything at all, right? Just you gotta focus on just being able to cap third in the first place, right? Any extra time is nice, but unlike on hybrid, you don't need to get like any time if they're over a minute to have another attack. They'll have another attack if they can just get that third capture, but I mean, it's going to be difficult, right? Altiora has been proving incredibly good at this composition, to understate it a little bit. So a giant mountain for Kaiju to have to climb, but I believe they can do it if they start here and now.
Speaking of mountain, look at this mini mountain that Altiora is climbing, and then the train wanting to do another close hold. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they're gonna see a lot more success with that close hold than Kaiju.
Maybe. It is scouted out once again, though. Zabi also using the Hanzo's scouting arrow to find the mountain. And looks like Altiora kind of just backing off, letting the cart get pushed, and Momo has the rail. Going to be looking Eevee really low, but will be kept alive for the moment. Momo just waiting for the perfect opportunity with this rail. Just waiting for one member of Altiora to overstep for an instant, and then that's the time to strike, as Eevee really low. Always seems to get so low, but will survive in the end. But Azu may not, and H-Key striking first blood, and I mean that was just a minute of nothing happening just for Altiora to win the fight. That is big time off the clock.
And now we're finally starting to see some swaps in other departments. Zabi wanting to try the Echo here.
Interesting.
And that is interesting because I guess if she can avoid or even dupe Bun, that could help. But Bun has just been hitting these shots, so I feel like she'll be able to take care of Zabi. So if you're Zabi, you gotta be careful here. But I think that this is a nice switch up in the comp. At least it's something, you know?
Yep. But, I mean, with a nice pick from Enyon, Kaiju just gonna have to back up into their spawn, and we'll have to see if this Echo can get the value. I'm glad they're at least trying something, but maybe it might be too little, too late. Spawn, ooh, not able to find it. The rush invested for Kaiju, but Altiora, they're just gonna back off. They're just like, whatever, and I mean. And Bud's just gonna hit a shot like that, and I mean, instantly Altiora are right back in it. They're just back in Kaiju's spawn, just really nice timed aggression off of Bun's pick.
The aggression was beautiful indeed, and that's exactly what Altiora has been exploiting this entire series, how they're able to detect when they can perform best with that aggressive pushes and make it happen. And now if you're a Kaiju Corp, you have about less than a minute and a half to go, close to some ultimates to use, so not entirely out of the question yet. It looks like Altiora has finally given them a little space.
Only for a moment though, as they invest that rush, and they're already all the way back in the spawn room, as HK blossoming in the spawn doors of Kaiju Corp finds 2. I mean, that's just disrespectful.
Yeah, that's one way you could say it. But Kaiju Corp has one more real last attempt to try this. We see Zabi going back onto the Reaper instead of the Echo, and there is some ultimates to use here. So if Bun commits that overclock, at least Ashen, she can put up the beat if she doesn't get sniped out first.
Indeed, as Azu looking to go. Whoa, so low, oh no! Isn't able to get the primal off. But on the bright side, H-Key will go down on the other side. But oh, Momo gonna be topped off, as I mean, with Azu coming back though, and Altiora's Reaper not quite back yet, I mean, Kaiju Corp, they're gonna have a little bit of room to breathe.
This room is really, really important because it literally is down to the wire now with less than 15 seconds to go. So they need to maximize this room to the best of their abilities here.
Yeah, as it's now or never for Kaiju Corp in this series. Bun has that rail. Ooh, not able to find it just yet. Pops the overclock, and Ashen is down. Bun is sliding in, and Kaiju Corp gonna be cleaned up as Azu will pop the primal. One last ditch effort, but does have to stay on the cart, and is so low. They will get the rush. They might have a chance back in, but with Macabre going down and Azu following, Altiora Artemis taking Route 66, taking the series. A clean 3-0 from them as they clean up the last stragglers here on the point, and that'll be it. Kaiju Core down to the losers bracket, and Altiora will be moving on to the winners semis.
I'm not even upset that Vipred didn't work out because Altiora, I loved their showing today. It was so dominating, so aggressive. It was almost just model Overwatch, and that's just really what you like to see from these kinds of teams, because specifically in the Challengers Cup, it's just proving to everyone in the world that women in esports, everybody! Women in esports! And it's just a treat overall, but I gotta hand it to Kaiju Corp though. They put up a really nice fight. That was a treat in and of itself as well. So I really hope that they can be the San Francisco Shock of the Challengers Cup and have that nice lower bracket run.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just have to see more from them later, but as you were saying, I mean, Altiora Artemis, they dominated in their first qualifier, didn't drop a map, and so, I mean, it would have been a really impressive feat if Kaiju Core even took a map, but, I mean, this 3-0, not as dominant as it appears, especially on King's Row. I mean, Kaiju, they made it close, but, and, I mean, I think if you're on Kaiju, you'll still be happy with that, but Altiora putting on a clinic here.
I definitely agree with your point about Kaiju, because King's Row specifically, that was a 3-2 scoreline, so even if the other ones were differences of 2 and 3, I still think that Kaiju showed in that map that they have the ability to go up against these really dominating teams, and when they have enough time to perfect their craft, possibly even through the losers bracket, we could definitely see more from them in the future.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, this team has potential. They have talent, right? Just didn't come together today, but that doesn't mean it can't in the future. And with the losers bracket, you have another opportunity. You'll have another go of it. So I'd love to be seeing more from Kaiju Core in the future.
And look at all these highlights here from Altiora, just showing us how exactly they were able to win this matchup. Very clean all around from every single facet. Like, I know we have just been giving all praises to HK and Bun, but I also have to hand it to really everyone. Like, for example, I can't remember what ultimate it was, but I saw that Anu, and she had a very life-saving Suzu that negated all the effects, so it's nice to see as well, coming from a support player myself.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the DPS, especially in this meta, are always the ones that, like, pass the eye test, the ones in the kill feed. I mean, Bun may be Artemis herself, but that doesn't happen without the supporting cast, right? So, like you always have Eevee. They're making that space for Bun to be able to get these shots. So, I mean, really well done from everyone on Altiora.
And I want to talk about the tank a little bit too, because like you mentioned there, Eevee, they were able to make so much space for the members of Altiora to just advance. And I don't want to say this, but I felt like Azu just was getting diffed in that department, where they were really putting up a nice attempt to get that space open for Kaiju, but just the way that Altiora was able to essentially capitalize on what Eevee was doing really helped them put over the edge.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the thing is it's also Eevee was constantly like in, and like it always felt like I was so nervous. Like, Eevee was always like half HP or lower, but with that supporting cast, right, was able to be kept alive. And I mean, with that distraction of the monkey, right, made so much space. As here we have the bracket. Altiora will be moving on to face against the winner of Washington Justice Red and Timeless, currently 1-1. And then we have the other two matches in this first round, Altiora versus Altiora, and then Shiki Defiant versus Dart Monkeys. And the winners of those will be facing off against each other in the semis. And then the losers will be facing off in the losers bracket. So a lot of fun excitement going on after this, and that Dart Monkeys Shiki Defiant game will be coming to you guys after this.
That was really nice. I really appreciated everything we saw today. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen next with these upcoming matches. Like you mentioned, Fifi, we got that Dart Monkeys match coming up after this one. And the Washington Shock one looks pretty close. That 1-1 scoreline, definitely something to keep an eye on. So while we go ahead and get ready for that next one, I recommend tuning into there on the official stream.
Somebody Torch it all, watch it burn. Tear it down, they'll never learn. Amounting to nothing. I can't be forgotten. Shout the words, I won't be nothing, nothing, nothing at all. Start again. All alone. There's no end that I know. Don't shed a tear. There's nothing to fear. It's not living if you don't lose at all. Take a drink, cannot sleep. Toss and turn endlessly. Torch it all, watch it burn. Tear it down, we'll never learn. Amounting to nothing. I can't be forgotten. Shout the words, I won't be nothing, nothing, nothing at all. Cards are on the table. Plan is drawn. Found truth in the lie. The meaning is something I'll swallow my pride. Helplessly hoping. Facing and coping. Shouting in silence. Mindlessly thinking of nothing, nothing, nothing. Summer, August rain, washing away all this pain. Mountain ranges collapse to dirt. Tells the story of how much this hurts. Clouds above pass overhead. So many words are left unsaid. The smell, after all, it warms the soul. But still, it still seems to take its toll. Choke down all my feelings. They have no meanings to me anymore. Cast the shadow, watch the light go.
Hello team! Welcome back. I'm here with
Wild Rose. Say hi.
Hi.
And I'm Fufa, and we are going to be casting the Challengers Cup final. This is the upper bracket, I believe, right? This is an unofficial stream. Sadly, we aren't in the big leagues, but it's fine. And we have Shikigami versus Dart Monkeys. Woo!
Yeah, and Shikigami, not just Shikigami anymore, but Shiki X Defiant.
X Defiant. I forgot about that part.
There are 3 teams in the Challengers Cup bracket now that are sponsored by Overwatch League teams. Actually, they have a partnership going. So you have Shiki X Defiant, and you may have also seen Shock Timeless, as well as Washington Justice Red.
Woo, let's go. Okay, so it looks like we have the Shiki roster up, and I believe Solomon said these are the heroes that they're going to be playing, right? Or is it just their favorite heroes? Oh, it's their favorite heroes. I was about to say this is going to be a little goofy roster, but I was not prepared for that. But it looks like we have Boggingly, Dicey, Sparrow, Megatron, and Shush.
Yep, and it looks like we've seen the comments, we've seen the chat spam, right? Where's my Overwatch League Junker Queen and Soldier skins? Well, Shiki and Defiant don't have them yet either. But this is very interesting roster. I think some of us may have heard of some of these players before, like Megatron. This Megatron, commonly seen on many streams and high-level players.
With me, like, I tuned into A-League for BPL this season, and, I've seen a lot of Shush. I'm excited to see what she can do. I know Miss Megatron normally plays flex support, at least in ranked, and Shush plays flex support too. I haven't tuned into Calling All Heroes that much, so I'm excited to see how they play out with this. But I'm also just excited to see what they choose to do, because I think they're playing on a patch behind, right?
Yep,
So
they're playing on Overwatch League Grand Finals match.
Gotcha. Okay, and here we have Dart Monkeys, which is Barcode, Zemrit, Moving Fish 7, Aspen, and SK. We have some very well-known names on this roster too.
Exactly. And I actually really love this color scheme. I hadn't gotten a peek at this earlier today, but
this
the
is
Dart
sick.
Monkeys color scheme, brown and orange. This could be an Overwatch League color scheme, I think.
Okay, it looks like we're going to Ilios for our first map on Control.
Yeah, so Ilios is going to be a quirky map, right? You got the well, you got Lighthouse, Ruins. I think a lot of those maps are very diverse. They have a lot of uniqueness between each other, so I hope to see a lot of different comps on each of those points.
Me too, and it looks like we are going to be starting off with the Monkey, Sojourn, Reaper, Lucio Kiriko. We've all seen this comp. We know what's going to happen here, but I'm surprised to see no Hog.
Yeah, I think it's as the Overwatch League Grand Finals match has been played on Contenders, we saw a lot of Hog comps, but I think we've also seen at the same time like a return to this monolithic monkey comp that everyone's playing.
And we already have Sojourn getting a pick on Sparrow. Sparrow's gonna fall, and we have Dart Monkeys taking up all this space here already. And who is that? Who's
I think Dart Monkeys has made an emergency substitution. Oh, it's the shape of a barcode. I see. That's very clever.
Oh, okay. It's Barcode! We have Barcode just picking too and winning this opening fight here. Wow.
Yeah, a quick pick from the Soldier is gonna do it. See, engage from Moving for 7.
Both bubbles coming out from the Monkeys. I think we already lost Bell.
Yeah, not much happening just yet, but looks like both are gonna try and engage with each other. Not finding any kills, just farming out.
Someone's going in on the Monkey.
Yeah, Boggling forced to disengage.
He's pulling back here a little bit.
First also coming up, a beat from Shush.
We have a beat!
A response from SK as well, so that's just gonna equalize. Aspen
we have Moving for 7 primaling.
Dicey's one. Oh, and Barco getting that pick onto Dicey. The first pick of the round, of the fight, I think.
Yep, 2 for 2. I think the only kills that I have in this round so far are from Barcode sniping someone with the railgun.
Moving Fish 7 closing out on Shush here. That was another clean fight. We had a lot of ults come out from, actually, I think we just had matching beats, right? No, Primal from Dart Monkeys. That was a very, like, it was a fight that happened for sure. It took a bit to get a pick, but we're gonna see what happens when we have both Kiriko ults coming up here.
Yeah, Moving Fish used that Primal to make space for Barcode there, which is what ends the fight. But now Boglingly is being pressured. Like, Boglingly takes that high ground, but immediately Moving Fish and the rest of the team is on them, and they're just not able to really push them up.
We're gonna have Dicey using Overclock here to open the fight, and we have gates coming from Dart Monkeys here.
Yep, gates from both sides. Boglingly finds some Barcode. Moving Fish, there are trades coming in from both sides. Could still go either way.
Sparrow closing out the fight with the Death Blossom, killing 2. Then we have Dicey getting that last pick on Moving Fish 7.
Shiki and Defiant just barely,
barely closing out on that fight there.
That was an 8 ultimate fight.
We have Beat coming from Shiki and Primal from Dart Monkeys. We're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna have to see if Shiki's gonna take this beat.
Yeah, with both teams using so many ults, it's going to be a very, very kind of fight decided by the neutral game.
SK is in right now. And there we have that early beat coming out from Shiki here. But Moving Fish 7 is gonna...
Yeah, early beat, just be proactive. I think Shiki and Dart Monkeys don't have vision, so they can just use their one and turn the fight.
Yeah, that was a very clean fight for using the beat early to engage with. We have Primal now, we have Overclock from Barcode here. We don't really have any ults again from Shiki there, so we're gonna have to see how they decide to engage on this with Moving Fish 7 already jumping in.
Yep. I'm expecting a big Primal from Dart Monkey's side to create a lot of space. Also
big beat engage. Bell coming early from Shiki.
Immediately finds Sparrow. Yeah, Boglingly also in trouble. Megatron jumped on. Yeah. That's 3 picks.
It looks like that is... Oh.
Shush is stalling the point for a little bit longer. Yeah. Yeah, Shiki just didn't have the ults there, while Dart Monkey had another 2 or 3 to just turn the fight. Definitely an ult economy difference that kind of goes back to the 8 ult fight we saw.
No, that's exactly what I was about to say. That 8 ult fight looked like it did some damage to Shiki. Dart Monkeys were able to, get those ults faster than them. It looks like Dart Monkeys also had a few cleaner engages when they did have less ults, and they knew how to back up when Shiki used that 1 beat engage to win that fight there. So we'll have to see how they go on, what is this,
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
Yeah.
It's Lighthouse.
Oh wait, no, I think you might be right. This is
am I right?
I recognize big hole in the middle.
There is a big hole in the middle. And we have Ball, Lucid, Mercy, Farah coming from Shiki here.
It's known by many names. Arab Dive.
Oh god, Arab Dive.
Yeah, the Sparrow pulling out the Farah that we saw featured in the preferred heroes list.
Yeah, obviously a favorite. There's a whole lot of nothing going on right now, to be honest with you.
They're
but it looks
cooking.
Yeah, and Dicey loses that recall.
Yeah, I'd imagine Shiki really wants to attack Dart Monkeys from multiple different angles, but Dart Monkey's just doing a really great job of kind of shooing away the tracers, the balls away from your flanks. They don't seem very bothered by it.
Sparrow gets a pick on Barcode. Sparrow already has Barrage. Let's see if she's gonna commit it here.
Yep. SK 1v1ing her.
There's the Barrage.
Anyone.
Finding no picks though. We have both teams coming up with a bunch of ults.
This is a hectic, chaotic fight. There's a Reaper teleporting onto a
What is going on? This is a first fight for sure. We have Aspen trying to close out this fight with a The gates and a beat coming from SK2.
Double support ultimates finds Bogglingly.
Oh, and there we have Zemrit getting a pick on Bogglingly and Barcode on Megatron 2, looking like Dart Monkeys will close out this fight. Wow. How long was that fight?
That was enough to get 3 ultimates and use all 3 of them. Wow.
And it looks like we only have 2 ultimates coming from both sides. We already have Barcode opening with
Barcode's
this.
High Noon.
Oh my god.
Oh, Bogglingly.
Gets Bogglingly from it.
Out.
Looks like Dart Monkey's is gonna play to hold close here. I feel like playing the Cassidy with this comp, it's a little different, but I think it's definitely what they probably need to counter this Pharah.
Oh, for sure. And even though Dart Monkey's had to use 3 ults there, I mean, Shiki and Defiant, Shiki X Defiant, they don't really have that much of an ult advantage. The Mines comes out, Bogglingly doesn't really catch anyone, maybe just buy some time. And now
Definitely
ults are
put some
equal again.
space. We have Zebra using.
That was
Zebra
Merit.
using. Oh gosh.
Yeah, that was Zemrit just teleporting onto the high ground where the pharmacy were and death blossoming with no fear. They just it keeps happening. The Reaper teleports up to the Pharah and it's working. It's getting them.
We're gonna have gates coming up from Dart Monkeys and both DPS ults for Shiki. We'll see if this barrage can get someone, unlike last time.
Yeah, I really think Shiki is Defiant. The Cassidy without any mobility and no peel and invincibility abilities, I think they really want to be collapsing on this Cassidy. They just haven't been able to find it so far.
The gates coming out early from Dart Monkeys. Big pulse, killing Moving Fish 7, and then we have SK killing Shush. Very even trades here.
This Gates is going to be hard to beat though.
And Sparrow's gonna fall. Is Megatron gonna go for that res? Oh, they might cap here. Are they? No, they're gonna push back a little bit, but they're coming back with a High Noon and a Primal, and Moving Fish 7 is gonna Primal to try to close out this fight. Hopefully they can keep up. Barcode here and kills the Farm RC. One of the one game-winning fights they. Oh, big boat from Shush! Holy cow! Bogglingly's gonna get these mines out, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to do anything.
This might be too little too late.
Yeah.
With these glass picks, Dart Monkeys would take the round and end the map. It felt like the narrative was kind of, the goals of these comps were kind of flipped on their heads. Like Shiki with the ball, Pharah, Tracer, Shiki X Defiant. What they really want to be picking off a target and finding someone on Dart Monkey's side that's isolated, but it often felt like Sparrow on the Pharah was actually the one getting picked multiple. Monkey was able to really shut that composition down.
Yeah, it's a little tough here. I think, especially without the Diva, it's a lot harder to sustain the people that you want to be sustained, and the follow-up from the ball and the Tracer on, the people that you want to target can be a little tough, right? I think that, especially with the Monkey meta, in my eyes, I see it a lot more like a 6-man, and this Arab Dive type of comp, I feel like can't really match with that when you have enough synergy and you know where you're going with the whole, the Monkey, the Kiriko, you have that speed, the Lucio. I just feel like it's really hard to kind of break that up with a ball comp.
For sure. Like, there's, I don't know, you would think that without the presence of an off tank in the team, it would be easier. Oh no, there's no Diva. Great. Tracer, Pharah, they get to do everything for free. But yeah, what we've seen from these past couple months, matches for Overwatch League, contenders to calling all heroes, it just hasn't worked out that way. Pharah is not as dominant as we would have expected.
I know, and it's tough too, because I just feel like, coming from Overwatch 1, there was just so many different comps that you could play that you could normally just play to counter a certain comp, or just, the meta was a lot more undefined, but now when we see, like, the Reaper, the Monkey, the Kiriko, like, just the Soldier and the must picks that you need to play, sometimes it's just hard to beat that, especially when teams have just been screaming this over and over again and getting that unlock.
For sure. And we're also definitely seeing, like, part of the balanced philosophy that the devs for Overwatch have talked about is they want there to be a few less hard counters in the game, just let heroes thrive under as many conditions as possible, but we are again seeing a meta where Sojourn, Kiriko, defining factors of this meta and almost kind of warping the other picks on the teams around.
Let's see what the next map pick is. After that, 2-0 for Dart Monkeys. I think we have Hybrid, is it?
Yep, Hybrid is up next, and Shiki X Defiant chosen to play on King's Row.
King's Row?
So do you think that implies anything different?
I don't know. Like, I remember in Overwatch 1, you could get away with a ball on Overwatch 1, but I don't know if you can do that in Overwatch 2. I've also seen like very differing ideas on what to play on King's Row. You know, like that traditional Ryan I've seen played a little bit more with a more different brawly type comp, which maybe that might fit Shiki's playstyle a little bit more. Who knows about that? But I've also seen the your normal monkey Sojourn Tracer, or sorry, Sojourn Reaper type of thing. So we'll have to see what they choose.
Yeah, there's also Hog.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of Hog throw. It's just that compared to other maps, don't have to contest that high ground as much. You can kind of stare down one lane forever and just kind of throw out your hooks. You know?
Yeah.
Go back around the corner, use a breather, come back around with a hook, do it again.
So we'll have to see what we are going to see from both of these teams here going into King's Row. I'm very excited to see what happens. I feel like many different things could be happening here on King's Row. I want to see if she decides to get creative again. You know, play to their strengths. But I expect Dart Monkeys to come out here on the normal comp. You know.
Yeah, the bread and butter. Monkey, the Reaper, all those. Yeah.
So here we go. We have Dart Monkeys. Oh my gosh, it's so weird to see this map in the daylight. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I am not a fan. I don't understand it, but it is okay. We have Dart Monkeys coming off on the what is that?
They're switching. They're
what is happening?
Living up to their name and really moving around the entire tank roster right now. But we do see Shiki coming out on the classic monkey.
Yeah, we have, you know, like you said, the bread and butter. This is a little goofy coming from Dart Monkeys for sure. I'm a little skeptical. Oh, okay, they're back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they trolled
no
us.
Widow. Nothing like, oh, I'm gonna get a pick on Windows.
Well, Sparrow's got the Defiant stamp. That's so cute. We have Zemrit already closing in. We have Bubble coming out from
Sparrow,
Dart Monkey, and Moving Fish. Holy cow! Jesus Christ! Moving Fish 7 finding 2 with the help of Zemrit on that Reaper, finding that space and going straight in. Can they get that last pick? Are they gonna get that last pick? They are! Killing 5. What a fast and clean fight. Wow.
That was, I mean, crazy. Like, they just, I don't know what happened exactly to Sparrow there, but they got picked off instantly, and then their monkey has nothing to fear. They could, without a Reaper, they can just go in.
No, I don't think that they were able to match the speed that the Reaper monkey had going into Shiki. We already have Barcode is in these arches.
No fear.
No
Tearing
fear
down
what?
3 other people. 3v1. Come at me. No ults even. That fight was so short. Aspen and Megatron the closest to the gates here, but still in the neutral.
Big pick coming from Semrit again, but we do have Moving Fish dying to Megatron. What a nice headshot, but Barcode picking off this Megatron in the end. Nice trades here. Are they going to clean these up?
Oh.
Yes, they are. There goes Shush. Rest in peace, Shush. We have almost all of our ults coming from Shiki, and besides the Death Blossom and all of our ults from Dart Monkeys coming in here. I'm hoping to see some matching gates, all of that jazz here. We're gonna see if Shiki can stop them.
It's gonna potentially be one crazy chaotic fight.
Early fight coming from Megatron, an early gate, with Overclock coming out from Barcode and finding Boggingly already.
Wow, Aspen just chooses not to match the Kitsune ult there, and Dart
Here we
Monkeys
have
end
the
up
Kitsune
kiting.
now.
Yeah, Dart Monkeys kites Megatron's Kitsune and then punishes Bagu trying to engage with that ultimate. After that, they use their own Kitsune once Shiki's is gone, which is a clean, quick fight win for them.
Shush. There we go. I think that Dart Monkeys did not need to invest that many ults in that. I think that that gate was a little over the top there. We have all of our ults coming up from Shiki. This might be a fight win for Shiki here. Just ult dumping besides the gates. But we can see if this B Reaper can get any picks from Dart Monkey's side here, as Zemret's already in and out.
This is an extremely important fight for Shiki. They have to win it, also not use all of their ults, because if they do, they're in a very bad spot for Dart Monkeys to come back at them. Just clear completely back. Engagement from Moving Fish 7, but bogglingly, not even a counter dive, just walks in onto Marco.
We see the Blossom getting nothing from Sparrow and Zemret picking off Dicey, but it looks like that Shiki is going to close off this fight using only beat Overclock and Reaper ult, where we got nothing out from Dart Monkeys.
That last beat looked like Shiki was pretty in control of that fight, up by at least one person worth of advantage, but yeah, that might be biting Shiki in the butt for this next fight here.
We have the Reaper and the Monkey
Zemret
engaging
is no fear.
Oh, Zemret is in, finds no one but forces out Primal and gets,
Big headshot from Dicey, shutting down the Death Blossom.
big trade coming out from
Barcode.
Barcode. We have Beat being, and Gates being, oh my gosh. Looks like Dart Monkey's is just gonna back up here. That Gates coming from Shiki was just too strong. They were like, let's back the heck out of here.
Unfortunately, that means that the gate doesn't result in a fight for Shiki here. They just kite it.
We're gonna see the
Dart Monkeys are back in.
Yeah.
Their own gate and an overclock.
I know. And Dart Monkeys is in. Like, in
their spawn
Moving
door.
Fish. Oh.
Moving Fish. Maybe a little bit of an overreaction.
A little too in there from Moving Fish, but they're still gonna find a fix on this Megatron here, and we are going to come into the final fight on the last point of Fool's Row. So we will see. We're gonna have Dart Monkeys backing up a little bit here, but looking like they're going to re-engage soon with their monkey back.
Yeah, ultimately, not much has changed. The card got a little bit of progress. Like, Dart Monkeys isn't that much closer to completing the map, and they're disadvantaged in their ult copy now. So this has been quite a good hold so far. Belforce down.
Yeah. No picks from the Blossom again from Sparrow, but Dicey picks off Zemret after. Looks like Dart Monkeys is going to be forced to back up again, except big trade from Barcode on Boggingly. Oh my god. Beat coming out from Shush on the side of Shiki. Looks like they're going to hard engage here. Looks like, can Moving Fish 7 get out? Aspen cannot.
Yeah. Dicey's overclock finds Aspen.
Oh.
And then SK as well.
You know,
I mean, Dart Monkey seems to know when to back out and disengage, and then Shiki Bogglingly does make that mistake of kind of chasing a team that's already running away and gets picked off for it. But in the end, they do commit an extra. Right.
We have Dart Monkeys getting ready to engage again. They have Gates here. Maybe we'll see a Gates engage. Suzu already coming out from Aspen though, but there we have Gates.
Yep.
Looks like Zemret's looking for a Blossom maybe.
Zemret is just walking into the enemy gate and
Big
just got
Blossom.
that Blossom. 2 fights, 2 kills.
No fear. And we have the Beat coming back from the side of Dart Monkeys looking for that sustain. But I'm not sure if we'll be able to find it. Oh, Moving Fish gets Dicey. They're starting to stuff now, and it looks like, Dart Monkeys might be able to close this fight out here. Getting those stragglers. Sparrow's just stalling the cart now, but Sparrow is off the map, and that's it.
I think right there. It was a blink and you miss it moment, but I think bogglingly booped someone off the map. Perhaps it was SK. My only guess can be SK, because SK went off the edge, and she didn't die. I think SK might have just pulled another go under the map and wall ride as Lucio so you don't die. I think that there's gonna have to be a replay on that, but that was crazy to see in the mid fight. Totally distracted by that happening.
You know, if I was Shiki, I would not be upset about that hold. But they had 5 minutes to hold that fight there, 5 minutes to hold, and they brought down 4 minutes. They have 1 minute and 17 seconds left, but we're gonna have to see how well they're gonna be able to.
Okay. Bye SK. Bye Zembred.
They don't want to play the game anymore.
Are you having a little fun?
Do the rollout.
Do the rollout.
Lovely. I tried.
Oh
no. They're gonna get back in time, right?
Yeah,
they're here. So we're gonna see Sparrow going for that Widow opening pick. I'm excited to see if she's able to get anyone here, but
Oh, Reaper. Maybe Sparrow will get an opening pick on Reaper instead. No Widow.
Oh, I wanted to see the Widow pick. I think the biggest thing is we're gonna see if these guys have.
Play from moving fish.
They need to play aggressive, like Dart Monkeys.
Yep. Sparrow, Wraithform already forced out.
Bogglingly is in. Moving Fish is one, but no. Barcode gets that pick onto Sparrow.
Yeah, it looked like as Bogglingly jumped in there.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, Dicey rail.
Very, very big trades here coming from Bogglingly and Dicey. Both of them getting picks onto the Reaper and the Monkey. Two of the biggest, factors of stopping these guys from capping first point King's Row.
Yep.
We have.
Oh my god, SK gets
Oh
out.
my god, SK gets out of there.
Oh,
but we have such an early cap coming from Shiki as well. Looks like they got that aggression. Oh my god, Dicey finding two. Dicey is cleaning up this last fight.
These are just staggers. Oh, Dicey with the third. This is the energy that Shiki has been needing for this round.
They are able to
just stalling the cart.
Oh wow.
They're done.
I'm a little confused by that, but them being able to find two there, Dicey, wow, that was just insane coming from Dicey. We're gonna have few ults on both sides. The ult economy difference is not too bad coming from Dart Monkeys, but Shiki's gonna get to push a little bit farther here. Probably a little bit farther than wanted with, Dart Monkey stall with that.
Don't need to deal with that first choke either. Yeah, those staggers were huge for Dicey.
We're gonna have Overclock coming from Dicey and Barcode too. We're gonna see how these mirroring overclocks come, but we're gonna have Aspen bring that gate out, and then Beat coming from SK as well. Looks like both teams are willing to commit this fight.
Now Aspen's probably going to commit their own. Kituna here, yep. Responded by Shush's Beat.
Zembred finding Bogglingly.
Yep. Oh my god, and a huge death block from Zembred. Yeah, it looks like Bogglingly sometimes finds themselves a little far behind the enemy team, and while the rest of their team is still. Basically, it's a Shiki sandwich, right? Bogglingly on one side, Dart Monkeys in the middle, and then the rest of Shiki on the other side. But fortunately, Dart Monkeys is not going to just let Bogglingly sit there, be on their own side instead.
We only have one ult coming from both sides here. Primal from Dart Monkeys and Death Blossom from Sparrow on Shiki, but Barcode's are going to get that pick onto Sparrow, and that is their only ult. It looks like that Dart Monkey is going to go fast here, trying to get these picks in with Moving Fish 7, primaling, backline, finding two, Zembred finding Shush, and that just looks like an end fight for Dart Monkeys in their favor.
Not even the spawn room is safe for Bogglingly there. Wow.
We're still gonna see Shiki having this their Death Blossom here. No ults other than that from either sides. So we're gonna see if they can just play aggressive here and play for her Blossom coming out.
Flank Blossom. No, just deeping for positioning.
Oh, we already have Wraith coming out. It's gonna be a little tough to get that Death Blossom out. Suzu from Dart Monkeys.
Moving Fish is very low though. It's a good opportunity to get around the corner for Dart Monkeys.
Hiding behind the cart. Sparrow's trying to sneak attack.
Yeah, supportal, it's 2 for Dart Monkeys here, but only the Obsidian Rush for Shiki.
We have Barcode coming out with an overclock. She did not have that overclock at the beginning of the fight, but we have Sparrow going for that Blossom and finding no one, but getting a little damage in and having Bogglingly finish off that kill on Moving Fish 7. We have Beat from SK, allowing this fight to go on a little bit longer.
Yeah,
But
Dicey though, overclock, no Winston shield, block it. It's 1, that's 2.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a crazy long fight. Just Kitsune,
without it was tough to invest ult into that fight though without the without having your monkey there. You know, they just like weren't able to match that even with the beat in the gates.
Yeah, unfortunately, just SK's beat committed to a 4v5, and oh wow, Shiki is asserting themselves inside of Dart Monkey's spawn right now.
They're already stuffing. They're already stuffing, and they are not past the corner yet. We are going to have a few ults coming out, but still, Shiki just having better ult economy.
Yep, this could be a very good opportunity here for Shiki to finally take the lead in this match.
Zemra is already in. Maybe a drop blossom coming in here.
Yeah, it does force Shiki to back off and takes the high ground away from them. So just staring down right now, waiting for some cooldowns to come back. Bogglingly, again, creating a Shiki sandwich, but this time with the Primal and a beat to support them.
We have Zemra probably looking for. Oh, I thought Zemra was gonna go for a blossom there. I'm not gonna lie to you, but Bogglingly finding a pick on a Barcode. Barcode being down. Dicey getting Moving Fish 7, but Moving Fish 7 killing Dicey. What an interesting trade there. We're still gonna be down one.
Zemra detected up top.
Oh, oh.
Out.
Zemra,
Oh,
gotta get
booped
out
off
of there.
the map.
Oh,
Huge from
huge!
that.
Oh my god, that was huge.
Megatron takes
Gates
out
coming
Aspen.
from both sides. That is a very
Oh,
huge slow coming from the side of Dart Monkeys, being able to get those picks. And SK is on the brink of life and death there, riding on the small ledge. The one
that's
spot
one
you
of
can
the
get moved off of.
interesting places
Or
I've
two.
ever seen a Lucio 1v1.
Yeah, I was not. That was a little scary there, I'm not gonna lie to you. But we're gonna have both DPS ults coming from Shiki here, and Beat and Blossom from Dart Monkeys. Bargainly already in.
Taking
Not
the
just-
high ground.
Not that Shiki sandwich quite yet.
Bastion. Marco's on the Bastion.
That is a huge, huge Blossom coming from Semrit. Finding Megatron, big pick, and then SK booping off 2? Or just finishing off 2 with boop. SK is blood hungry right now.
Just that sudden Bastion, I think. Shiki was so focused on that Bastion, upon seeing where it was. I think Zemrit just came in, took advantage of this battle.
Now we have Shiki clinging onto this Blossom for dear life, as it's the only ult they have right now. Maybe they'll be able to build a beat, but we have an early beat engage coming from Dart Monkeys, forcing Shiki to fall back here.
Yeah, but it doesn't find any. You can use this as an opening. Moving Fish.
Moving Fish 7 is in, but Sparrow finding Barcode. Barcode on the Bastion.
Yep, Dicey getting juggled around.
Oh, but Semrit
equalizes.
finding Dicey. SK getting Megatron. Looks like big trades coming in favor of Dart Monkey, but we're gonna have the Bastion ult from Dart Monkeys as well. Forcing, oh, Sparrow
Drop blossom,
finding
Sparrow.
Aspen, that's huge! But the gates coming out from Aspen, I think it's just a little too late. Guys, the cart, oh, Shush is, what?
No, Shush is not on the cart.
She was on the cart.
Yeah, just another beat invested into a fight where, I mean, it was last fight territory, so can't blame them, but that's another beat invested into a fight where they're already down by one person, and it just maybe too little too late to turn the fight at that point. That
was
is
a
Zamret walking up
huge.
Death Boss thing. Yeah.
That was insane coming from Zemret. You know, I think this map, especially since we're seeing the mirror instead, more than ever, we're just seeing Zemret and Moving Fish 7 able just to walk as a team while Barcode is getting those picks. We know we saw some shining moments from Dicey and Sparrow and some really good picks from Shush, too. I feel like Boggy taking those engages, they just like they were so close, but they needed to tighten it just a little bit more, you know, to get the results that they're looking for. So,
Yeah, I think, my personal opinion, the Shiki sandwich is off the menu. There needs to be, I think, maybe
I
more
say
of a
soup.
dress ball. Shiki soup?
A Shiki soup. You know,
Shiki
I'm
soup.
personally biggest soup fan in the world. A Shiki soup. That sounds pretty good to me.
Will be Escort. The map choice will be between one of Circuit Royale, Dorado, or Route 66. I think the spicy pick here would be to go on Circuit Royale, and as long as Shiki has practiced some kind of probably a Sigma composition, could
Yeah.
potentially turn the tides of this match in their favor. What do you think?
I'm interested, to say the least. I would like to see a little bit of variety here. I believe that Dorado Route 66. We're
And
going to
Circuit
see, we're going to see the normal Monkey Sojourn Reaper, and I think it's playable too on Circuit Royale. But boy, do I love seeing some variation, because man, after a while, I think it gets a little boring to see the same comp over and over again. But it is very entertaining to see these teams play these comps so well, too. So, I don't know. I would like to see some, maybe some Widow action, got Sigma, maybe a little bit of Zen. Oh boy, I would love to see them play Zen.
Yeah, I think it's really crazy that they give Zenyatta a kick that boops you as far as Lucio's boop, and somehow he's still not playable. You know, it just feels like one of those things that should make a character busted beyond belief. But looks like over on the main stream, the Washington Justice Red, Shock Timeless, which just concluded the 3-2 record. The Washington Justice just getting that win in map 5. That's a record I've seen before with the same colors and similar logos, but not the same teams.
Map is going to be Root here, coming from Shiki again. We are... I don't know. Are they going to play the Ball Pharaoh again? Maybe.
Pharaoh,
I hope not. Please don't make me cast Arab Dive again. Boy, do I hate Arab Dive so much.
Oh my god.
So much.
Looks like they're gonna be rolling out on the normal monkey comp once more. Yeah.
Barcode on Genji again, just for the lulz. Look at her go.
So
You know-
sad. Genji nerfed once again.
I know someone who's crying about that. I don't know. I just want some variation, man. But, you know, I think it's really exciting to see them play this comp.
That's for sure. I think.
Aw.
Yeah. No. Oh. There's no way Zemret could bait us like that. Going for Bjorn for the flash of a second. 3 seconds before the match starts. How cool.
We have them holding in train. Zemret's on top of them.
Yeah, I don't really know what exactly this train hold is going for at first, because now they've had a couple cooldowns forced out and are engaging. Okay,
But
sorry, so I stand corrected. Dicey finds a huge rail pickup.
you know, they are fighting on this ledge here. I'm just waiting to see a good Lucio boop. But nothing. We have SK trying to challenge Dicey on this high ground. Zemret is still in the train, but Barcode finding that pick on Megatron. That is a huge opening pick from Dart Monkeys. And Sparrow finding SK, but Aspen finding Sparrow. Oh my gosh, Aspen.
Kiriko headshots. Yeah,
I
those
know.
are just two. All of these 100+ damage abilities. So everyone's a sniper.
What game am I playing? Where am I? Like, what is this now? But
Even
we have
Winston's gonna snipe you.
Oh,
with those
God.
right clicks now.
we have Dart Monkeys preparing, or sorry, we have Shiki preparing for a recontest here. We have both Monkey Bubbles out. We have Suzu coming from Shiki too. This is Dart Monkey's time to go in.
Yeah, looks like they're not gonna do so just yet. While waiting on that bubble cooldown. Yeah. Then he
There's
uses
gates
Aspen.
from
with the
Aspen.
gate.
No gates quite yet from Megatron.
Yeah, this seems to be kited mostly. Oh no!
Oh.
Good finds.
Oh, Sparrow trying to find Zemret, but SK picking off Sparrow in the process, and it looks like Dart Monkeys is going to close in on them, capping first point. Yep, there it is. First point
Wow.
for Shiki here.
Moving Fish has no fear of them. God, just jumping
No,
in.
moving Fish 7. They are in it. They're in the sauce, but we have
Oh my
Aspen
God,
picking
another
up
pick
Shush.
from Aspen.
Oh my gosh, Aspen! Whew.
Aspen's got aim apparently. Shiki, they look like they don't want to give this up yet, but
Nope.
overclock to the face.
Overclock and Primal.
Yeah.
But we have every single ult coming from Shiki. I do not know if we are going to see a big ult dump here. You know, depending on how far they get this. We have Sparrow picking up the top there. Zemret's spying on Sparrow. What are you doing, Zemret? Ooh, maybe Zemret's looking for a Blossom here? Is that what's happening? No, they're not in position for that.
Zemret just looked around.
Dicey
Huge
picking up
overclock.
Aspen, that is a huge pick. We have Dicey
Yep.
closing in, we have Gates and Primal coming out from Shikigami.
Good to see you.
Bogglingly, it's hard to say. Finding 2 here with Primal, and that is a 1 fight for Shiki using 3 ults and getting overclock from the side of Dart Monkeys. You know,
Yep.
I think that's what they wanted there. I think 3 ults is a little bit, but
Okay.
they were able to.
Or
Okay.
something. Okay.
Okay. But SK is gonna regroup with them, and they're gonna try to take this push on top of gas station here. Zemret blossoming on the high ground, but not finding anything, and beat coming from Shush
Blossom.
here and SK.
Sparrow finds himself walking in the wrong lane inside of Aspen, so Kitsune gate there. They just
That's rough.
explode. Yeah. I think
have-
Shiki, no ults, and they're tanked now.
Yeah, they had to invest those 2 ults here, but we have Primal from Dart Monkeys maybe coming out, but it looks like Shiki will get another recontest here.
Yep, one more
They're already
fight.
so low though. Bell already coming out.
Bogglingly finds his Zemret. Moving Fish on Dicey. It's a 1-for-1 on the DPS. Moving Fish primaling in the back line, looking for Shush, but booped away. Not able to accomplish much yet. Bell comes out from Shiki, trying to stabilize.
Shiki is
with
so
Bogglingly
low
in the corner.
here.
Yeah. Moving Fish loses track of, of both the monkeys. Here we go. 69!
Shiki. The card.
Yeah. That was a very,
The
very
point
chaotic
team.
fight. So I can't blame them, but yeah, pick on
We have-
Megatron.
You know, looking positively for Shiki, they are going to have most of their ults here. And we have Dart Monkeys with a little bit less, but Dart Monkeys opening with this overclock, not finding anyone just yet, but ooh, getting that opening pick on Shush. That is huge. I don't know how. Oh, finding
Overclock
Bogglingly
and
too.
Spawn finding 2, yeah.
You know,
gotta
that's-
say, like, even though Shiki is going to have this huge ultimate tank, they need to somehow be able to just stop the pressure from Dart Monkeys. Even the last time they had 5 ultimates, right? They're forced to use 3 just to win that fight. Like, already Aspen's gates coming out, mashed by Megatrons. Bogglingly, Primal, trying to find the Sojourn.
See,
Beat
beat
from
coming
SK
out.
comes just in time.
Dart Monkeys. Aspen finding that pick on Megatron. That is a
Oh.
huge pick for Dart Monkeys here. Dicey is in it.
Overclock.
Dicey's in, but looks like Dicey
Beat
might get
is
scrambled
not-
away. But beat coming from Shush. That is a huge sustain beat. They still don't have Megatron just yet, but can they sustain with that beat? Primal from Moving Fish 7, not catching anyone quite yet, but this is a very messy fight. We have Bell used from Dart Monkeys, but everyone is low, and Dicey finds that pick on a Moving Fish 7. This might be a one fight. Boggingly getting barcode, and that is it. It looks like that will be a lost fight for Dart Monkeys here, leaving with only a Blossom in 24% to an overclock.
Yeah, that was a very chaotic fight. Definitely Shiki's closer spawns played a part in that as well. But
Here we are with the matching Blossoms coming from Sparrow and Zemrit. We'll see who will Blossom first. Zemrit's hiding in the truck.
fighting on the truck here. Interesting. Wraith, both Reapers using Wraith form. Walking into the enemy
but it's
team.
tough.
Blossoms come out at the same time.
Oh
my god.
Even trades, but you know, Shiki's gonna lose Megatron there, which I think is a big pick. Aspen finding Bogglingly.
Testing, not enough time. Yeah,
That's it.
that was also a very irregular fight with both Reapers pressing Wraith slowly starting to walk into the, or I guess levitate into opposing team, and then pressing Blossom at the same time as each other.
Yeah, I was
crazy trades.
I was not ready for what had happened. I was not expecting those trades to play out like they did, but here we are with Dart Monkeys capping 50 seconds. You know, I am a firm hater of Route 66 third. That shit sucks. But, you know, I think 50 seconds isn't the best, but it's not the worst. At least you capped it, right? It's now up to them to defend here, and maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe we will see a strong attack like we saw from Shiki on King's Row, where they were able to just close out on Dart Monkeys super fast and kept that first point.
I agree. Like 51 seconds completion on an escort map. You're happy doing that on any escort map, but definitely the largest time bank. It's definitely possible for Shiki to turn this around here.
5, 4.
We're gonna see yet again the same comms coming from both teams.
Yep. Train hold Dart Monkeys as well. Sparrow is going to find another angle by teleporting behind the train. Full fight's going to break out. Monkey Bowls come out. Not much happening.
Sparrow's gonna get picked by Barcode. She's able to find those insane picks off the high ground there. It's like we have both Monkey Bubbles out. Still fighting without Sparrow, kind of going in, but ooh! Bogglingly finding that pick on Moving Fish 7, that is rough, and Sparrow getting Zemrit, SK finding Dicey, but Sparrow finding Aspen, and it looks like that is it for Dart Monkeys. What did I say? Oh, and there goes Barcode.
Yep, there goes Barcode. Yeah, just Moving Fish looks like they're caught out. Didn't really expect to be burned so quickly there, but that's about the Sojourn new team, I guess.
Looks like we have Dart Monkeys ready to go and engage. We already have Primal and Gates coming soon from Shiki here. We're gonna have them push off of gas station, playing underneath. Let's see. Bogglingly is in, separated from their team, but Bell coming out from Shiki, and now we have Kitsune coming in from Megatron here. That is huge. Megatron is a little low, but that is. We're gonna have Overclock and Beat being used from both teams. Oh wait, no.
Barcode pressured out during their overclock.
Bogglingly is in there spawning again, but Megatron finding that pick onto Aspen. Bogglingly, Moving Fish 7, Sparrow. Wow. Everyone found their respective trades. No.
Yeah.
That.
One for each person.
It's a little tough there ult-wise. We have 4 ults coming back on the side of Dart Monkey and only 2 Overclock and Blossom from Shiki here, but it looks like Dart Monkeys will get that contest again. That might be a hard fight to win from Shiki, especially with this Gates coming out immediately, but Sparrow finding that pick on the SK, that's insane.
It's very big.
Sparrow finding 2.
Sojourn. Sparrow finds, yep.
Look at her go! Moving Fish 7 getting that pick on Dicey.
Is that a C9? I can't tell.
It was close. It was close.
0.06 meters.
Here we go.
Boggingly,
Moving for
finding
7.
barcode. Aspen. Yep. That's a
Wow.
cleanup now. Just SK left stalling the card up.
Sparrow finding those 2 opening picks onto
Onto Dark
putting
Monkey.
this on the Dart Monkeys was just insane.
Yeah, that
Insane.
was Dart Monkeys used so many tools there. It looked like they had an advantage going into that fight, but Shiki, this is an extremely valuable fight for them to win. Megatron railed in the head. Ouch.
Looks like Barcodes are gonna have this advantage here, holding on top of second point gas station, but we have no ults quite yet. Only Blossom from Dart Monkeys and, you know, Sojourn ult from Defiant. Shiki got me here. Zemrit again hiding. I feel like I've seen a lot of Zemrit and them hiding here.
Megatron helping up to the high ground.
Zemrit not finding anyone from their hiding spot. Maybe a pick on a Shush here, but we have this fight is happening. Ooh, SK finding that pick on the Megatron, but moving Fish 7 dying to Boggingly. These are very interesting trades here, but Dicey's deciding to commit that overclock and finding barcode.
Yeah, it's just 2 for 2 so far. Dicey finds another pick though, and that looks like this fight is in Shiki's hands.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to try to see Dart Monkeys recontest. They have their support ults and overclock here, but Shiki has all of their ults. They could close this out really fast and cap second point here. Moving for 7 already really low, but barcode.
Whoa, Boggingly
Oh,
finds a primal inside of the little tunnel
Oh,
onto
man.
barcode. That's a huge pick.
That's really tough. But that was a big.
Boggingly is still there. Boggingly is still in this tunnel.
Oh my god. Boggingly is in.
And Dicey
my-
finds moving fish anyway? Without any supports on
Wow.
Boggingly is looking at both. Oh my
And
god.
that is a clean fight from Shiki coming here. We have Blossom left from them, but we have 3 ults coming from Dart Monkeys. Now here is the final test. Here is the final test, team. Third point.
That was a massive shift in momentum. Now what matters is
Mhm.
whether or not Shiki can overcome this last checkpoint.
Eight's coming out from Aspen early,
from
but
Aspen.
Sparrow's in. Sparrow's now out.
Yeah, Shiki kites Aspen's through gates. That basically got nothing.
Big kite. Big kite. I feel like we haven't seen enough from them yet, but I'm glad to see it coming out from Shiki now. No ults being popped just yet. Looks like Sparrow's looking for a good Blossom. Zemrit's holding those angles again. Oh, it looks like Sparrow's in.
Body shot though. Sparrow wants to teleport.
Sparrow
Bubbled so
teleporting
that they
in.
can go in. Oh my god, they covered
Sparrow's
their
out.
head.
Oh no. Oh
That's
god.
a big
Oh
monkey.
god. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, but that is a huge pick from
Trades the-
Megatron going on the movie assist, but Zemrit finding Boggingly.
Yeah, this fight is probably over for Shiki here.
Yeah. Big picks coming from Zemrit that fight, just ripping open anyone who tries to go in by themselves. I felt like that fight, and I feel like the fights from both teams. Seriously, we haven't seen too much of the
Same.
teamwork that we saw on Kings Row.
This is some Reaper deja vu. Both Reapers
Yes.
are staring at each other in the exact same position.
For sure. We have Dicey opening up with this overclock.
Eden Blossom.
Barcode finding
that
that-
moving pitch's shield just in time.
Who is she? Wow. We're gonna have moving for 7 finding Dicey there. And Barcode again finding that pick onto Bogglingly, and then that is a 1 fight for Dart Monkeys again.
Yeah, Dart Monkeys, they seem to be.
We're running out of time here. Only a minute and a half left on the clock. Look,
Kind of getting choked out at this corner.
Sparrow's hiding.
Efforts to find a different angle to attack.
that
Boggingly goes in hard with
gate
the-
engage from Megatron.
We have Primal in the back,
That
finds
big
Barcode
Primal.
again. Very valuable. Sparrow.
Sparrow,
huge headshot.
please
Right.
don't blossom here. Thank you, Sparrow. that's all we needed. We have a very fast fight, but it looks like we are not gonna be able to get Cart before the
This
Dart
is the
Monkeys
teleport
time.
spot.
This is
teleport
the spot.
Dart Monkeys does not know. His
What-
moving fish has not detected this. Oh,
What is she cooking? Oh no. Oh. We have gates coming out from Aspen, which is a very big fight engager. Let's see if maybe Shush will use his feet to sustain, because this is closing in on last fight here.
Another kite from Aspen. Now Shush and Shiki can go in with the beat proactively. They don't need to beat anything from Dark Monkey's side. This is a huge opportunity for them. Sparrow goes in, awesome and beat.
Oh,
Away by SK, but it's not enough. SK still falls.
moving for 7 down, Megatron.
Down. Yep. Can they win this Reaper 1v1?
Oh
no!
Barcode finding one on Sparrow. Dicey finding Zemret though. It's only Barcode on point with SK. I don't know if they can close this out. SK's dancing around the cart, and that's SK. But moving fish 7 is back with Primal, so we'll see how this happens with
These are some
Aspen
close
teleporting with them. This is an overtime fight now. Moving fish 7 getting forced out into that primaling away the. Oh my god, that is a huge.
Oh no, finds Dicey.
Moving fish 7 is very low though. Shush is in. Shush is half. Most of their team is half though. We have the beat coming out from SK. This is looking like it's getting turned, but we have the baits, and there we go. That was a tough, very, very bold Blossom coming from Zemret, but Sparrow finding that pick on the Zemret. It's still 4v4 here with Sparrow finding one on SK now. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god, it's so clutch.
Holy cow! We were not. That was. Oh my gosh!
That was so close. That was
not. That was like
crazy back and forth fight.
what the 5, the 7. I don't, dude. Hell if I know, but it was grief, all right. Like, or just like, whoo! I was not expecting any of that to happen. I thought that Shiki had that in the bag, and then Dart Monkeys came out with that B and that moving fish 7 primal. But now we have Shiki closing out, winning that overtime fight. That's tough, for sure. But that was really good to see from both sides. It was just clinging onto those ults. Wow.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was one of those. Oh.
On God?
Do you see what I see?
On God?
On
For
God?
real. For real. Just watching Moving Fish 7 waddle back from spawn on a hog. Oh boy. We're in for a treat here, team. We are seeing the hog. I want to know what are the thoughts behind Moving Fish 7 going hog here. I don't know if it's just for the close hold.
Run from him, hide from him. He will find you. Hog is inevitable. Oh my god. I think this might be looking for a surprise pick. And there it is!
Oh my god, there it is!
Oh my god.
Already that opening
Early
pick on Sparrow there.
Another one? Oh no.
They are
Moving
blood
Fish
hungry.
won.
Moving Fish 7 is blood hungry here. You know, the biggest thing is that they need to learn how to kite with the hog and the Lucio against the monkey. But Moving Fish 7 is in here, especially with that opening pick they got.
Another. Oh, barely misses.
Tough.
Dicey in the back.
Everyone is low though. Zemret going in. Shiki's walking. Oh,
huge move.
Oh!
Bogglingly just makes it back up.
We still have Moving Fish 7 here, missing the hook again onto Megatron, but looks like they have most of them low. You know, Shiki here getting a little bit of cart progress, but oh my gosh, that is a huge pick coming from Moving Fish 7. Sparrow finding Zemret, but I just don't think it will be enough. Wow.
Yeah, wow. The hog versus monkey matchup is really interesting because, I mean, once that hook comes out, it's usually the monkey side's signal go in really hard because, I mean, without a hook, hog is basically a pile of meat. That is not like a real tank, just for his teammates. And even though Moving Fish took a while to regain their footing with that hook accuracy, I don't think Shiki just was not able to take advantage of those windows of weakness for Dark.
Get them on the hog console, the hog console, bro. They had it on lock with that opening pick, like you said, in the middle. It got a little dicey there, but then we had that opening pick on the very end of the fight, and that was crazy. We have question mark. Dart Monkeys wants to get a little creative here.
Look,
well,
Junk, who is Dart Monkey's coach again? Who is Dart Monkey's coach again? Jake is in their house. It's 4 a.m. He has a rip tire. Zemrit is going to play Junkrat.
Looks like Summer is now on the sim, but moving for 7 back on the hog. Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Yeah, look at this. Wait, is Hog Sim? No, this Symmetra is serious. Moving Fish 7 is moving. He is. Moving Fish, they are teleporting somewhere on the health.
But that opening pick from moving for 7 on a Sparrow.
I'm not really sure what that's because now Zemrit is on the Reaper. The Symmetra must have done something there.
But Shush getting up. Oh my god, no! Shush!
Oh no.
Oh,
What?
but it looks like
Did
that
they
is
boop
it.
each other off?
I think so. I didn't even have any words for that last.
Yeah, another surprise pick. Something happened that we could not see with the Symmetra. And moving
My
Fish
brain
7.
could not comprehend that last fight there coming from Dart Monkeys, but this was a huge blossom. This was crazy.
Zemrit is just dead for the majority of this play. What's going on?
Over 75% of this. But, you know, that looked like it was close. You know, I think Shiki was able to, you know, show that they were a match to Dart Monkeys, but alas, it was not enough, especially to the moving Fish 7 hog, unfortunately.
Yeah, these rounds are so and you might have expected if you just were to see the 3-0 score here, for sure.
You know, it was really nice to see a little bit of hero variation in that last map, but that was a really, really good game between the two of them, and that was very exciting to see.
Yeah, moving Fish 7, they really just like, I don't know, 2 picks from the same spot, the train suddenly. That was crazy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We also got to see some Cole Cassidy gameplay.
That was insane. We got a bunch of little surprises in here, but it was very nice to be able to cast this game. It's very great. Oh, there SK goes.
Just keep going. That's a low light.
It was very cool to be able to see, you know, both teams try to adapt to each other's playstyles. But, you know, very good game. We saw a lot of good moments from everyone there. And I feel like Shiki should be still very happy with their outcome, you know, being able to they got so close, but Dart Monkeys really pulling through there.
Yeah, so far this seems, I mean, I wouldn't want to be against Shiki in the lower bracket here, okay? Like, this is a scary team that was going really back and forth with Dart Monkeys for a lot of that match. I think they're a very strong contender going to the lower bracket.
This match had me smiling. Like, even though it was a, you know, kind of a 3-0, I'll put it like that. It was very fun to see. There was a lot of very funny moments, especially I love seeing both of the Reapers do their thing. You know?
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
The double blossom is very especially these huge pick right there, yeah. Especially these monkeys going in. Their primal is always a good treat to see. Both of these Winstons going very hard and finding the picks they needed throughout the match as well. Almost turning the fight for Dart Monkeys here too.
And it looks like, who is Dart Monkeys going on to play again? Oh, that was a huge pick for moving Fish 7. Wow. That was just insane. Especially during that self fight, that was great.
Yep. Yeah, it was just, it's a classic hog situation. Just a hook. Ooh, as long as they're 200 HP, time to win the fight. Oh, no wall climb! Oh my. What?
Oh, okay, there we go. Now we can see what happened there.
That wall has to be cursed. Didn't seem to be working there. Shush somehow wasn't able to get off.
We have the bracket. Dart Monkeys will go on to. We'll see either Altiora Polaris or Nimbus. I didn't know Altiora had 3 teams going in here.
Yeah, Altiora, very big organization. I believe Altiora as a whole also had many more teams were participants in the qualifier rounds. But yeah, I believe
it's very exciting to see, Dart Monkeys pulling through here. And we are going to be seeing Polaris. Are they playing live right now on mainstream? Wow.
Yeah, this is actually an Altiora team kill.
Mhm.
Unfortunate for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that match too. I'm excited to see how Dart Monkeys do and how Shiki can pull through in the losers bracket. I'm excited to see if they can pull through because I still think I believe in Shiki. They played super well, but it was very nice to see Dart Monkeys play so well too. I want to see how they pull through against Washington Justice Red, right?
Yeah.
But they'll play the Altiora.
Sorry. I believe Shiki is going to be facing the loser of the Altiora.
Mm-hmm. And Dart Monkeys plays the winner. I'm excited to see how these matches go. Very exciting.
Yeah, and just for a bigger picture schedule, there'll be again 3 more matches going on today on the main Calling All Heroes stream, and then next week on the 17th and 18th, there will also be some more matches for the rest of the bracket, basically.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish I could just watch it all today. I wish it was like a TV series. How exciting!
Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and tuning in, and we will. I'm Wild Rose.
I'm Fufa. Thank you guys for tapping in, and we hope you have a great night.
Take a walk to find my soul. I've lost who I am. Gotta find my way home. The light grows dark, and I feel so cold. Start the fire and lead me back home. Take a drink, cannot sleep. Toss and turn endlessly. Torch it all, watch it burn.